Hi, everybody, and welcome to your full moon pick a card reading for December 15th, 2024. I'll leave timestamps down below if you wish to skip to your selected pile. But pile 1, we have red jasper. Pile 2 is obsidian. And pile 3 is serpentine. You can pause the video if you need a little more time to meditate on each choice. But I'll begin with a little introduction. This full moon is occurring at 29 degrees and 40 minutes of Taurus in sidereal astrology. It's going to be conjunct the fixed star Alcyone, which is in the Pleiades star system. And the Pleiades are associated with the goddess Artemis, the moon goddess of the hunt. And we also have this occurring in the fifth nakshatra, Mrigashira, in Vedic astrology, whose symbol is the head of a deer, and the ruling deity is Soma, the god of immortality. This full moon is also loosely conjunct Jupiter, which is still retrograde in Taurus. And today we also have Mercury stationed direct in Scorpio. All right, so let's go ahead and start with pile 1. Hi, pile number 1. You chose this red jasper associated with the root chakra. And we have, for your goddess guidance card, Mawu, Mother Earth. You're being called upon to help with environmentalism. That could be speaking to your immediate environment as well, or your roots here as the root chakra is involved, connectivity to the earth or the 3D plane. Next, we have the hunter. Track down your fears and desires. It also connects to Artemis, the moon goddess, who is associated with the Pleiades, where this moon is conjunct. And maybe there is a fear or concern or a hunt for knowledge involving your roots or your connection or even your place on this physical 3D earth in this body. Maybe it's some of you trying to track down your destiny, where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do. And so there's a bit of uncertainty there, but this is what you're being drawn to connect with earth, your roots, and your physical body. Also with the horns there, making me think of Aries. And we have the hot moon, the extremes. Okay, so this is also known as the cold moon. So we have hot and cold. Those are extreme opposites. Perhaps they describe your emotions or how you appear to some people or the kind of people you're dealing with. Or you could even be transitioning between a hot environment to a cold one or vice versa. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle for a few more cards to expand on this reading. What does pile 1 need to know? Okay, be open. Be open to information or changes. It could feel like an extreme shift in your reality, getting onto a new path. But this is encouraging you to remain open-minded in the process right here as you're going through these changes from one extreme to another. And this is also encouraging you to follow your bliss. So if you are feeling a bit lost or like you don't know where to go or where you began, I mean, start from the beginning. What did you used to care about when you were younger? What brought you the most passion? What made you feel the most alive? What direction were you feeling pulled when there was no more interference? And since then, maybe some things have happened that have pulled you from that path or that mindset, made you afraid of going in a certain direction. But those fears are getting in the way of your desires. And now it's like you're being pulled in many directions, back and forth. And this is telling you to walk the middle path, but it's also the most narrow and can sometimes be lonely. If you've spread yourself too thin or committed to too many directions, you're going to have to pull in and call in these connections. Let's see. We have the Hierophant, so a teacher. With Jupiter conjunct this full moon, it could also be a time to expand your knowledge. We have Mercury going direct. You could be pursuing a mentor or a teacher, a spiritual advancement. And then we have the Three of Wands, your ship's coming in. The answers are coming to you. And Justice. Okay, balancing. Here we have two authority figures on a throne, taking your rightful seat and your rightful place on the throne. Getting back in control, it feels like, not being, again, by following this middle path. This is a balanced approach. There's the third pillar. There's the left, the right, and the middle, as the Three of Wands indicates there as well. So if you've maybe spent enough time going back and forth between extreme situations, circumstances, jobs, identities, it's all part of the process, obviously. And congratulations for being so open to that experience. But it wasn't until you experienced both of those options to their fullest that you're able to find a happy medium, a balanced approach. You had to see the coin from both sides in order to connect to what it is that you truly desire. Underneath, we have the Four of Coins, holding on. Yeah, hold on to your values. Originally, I saw it in reverse, so maybe letting go, too, of the extreme way of living. A more moderate or conservative approach to life might be exactly what it is that you need. Conserving your own energy for pursuing your desires and what you're meant for. We have the rotatio. Rotation, yeah, going in circles, weaving webs. It's better to be the weaver than to be the prey, than to get stuck in the web, somebody else's web or somebody else's cycle. It feels like karmic cycles too. Rotation, not getting out or off the wheel. And its number is 69 also, which is the symbol for Cancer. And a 6-9 also looks like the yin and yang, the extremes as well, the hot and cold, the balance, the middle, staying centered. Well, the title of this card is The Wheel, Monotony and Cycles. Rotatio is the great alchemical operation of the wheel. Through its circularity, it indicates that work performed again and again and again produces results. It reminds us of our efforts of cumulative, not singular. Nor is the work ever fixed or finished. Rather, the alchemist rises each day to tend to the laboratory, to weave their work into the world. It is the epitome of the alchemical axiom, although changed, I rise the same. This operation is expressed through images of the circle, the spiral, the Ouroboros, and the wheel. By its non-hierarchical shape, we are tossed back into the spin just when we thought we had it all figured out. Though this stage can be frustrating and cause a fair amount of restlessness, it is at the heart of all spiritual practices. So committing yourself to a great work also, it takes a lot of skill and dedication and patience for the spider to weave this web to create the end result. If you've been repeating actions and getting the same results, this card is an opportunity to see the pattern and make a new choice, spin the wheel in a new direction. And that's perhaps why the imagery of the path, and a door opening as well, is coming before you. It's giving you a way out. This full moon is illuminating that to you, that maybe these patterns that you're engaging in are coming maybe from your mother or from your roots. Something maybe she taught you to be afraid of a certain subject matter or something that interests you, just because it's her karma or her fear doesn't mean it has to be yours. Again, it doesn't have to be a mother per se, but something you learned in childhood to stray away from. Somebody imprinted their fears onto you regarding that pursuit. This operation connects us to the element of time. The alchemist learns how to use time like any other element, not to waste it, but to expand it and appreciate its gifts. So yeah, I feel like this route, right? This new journey. We have students, pupils down here in front of a new teacher. And this is actually ruled by Taurus. And this is a full moon at the final degree of Taurus. The keys down here, unlocking this door, opening you up to be able to follow what it is that you want, that's going to make you feel most balanced and fulfilled, with the Three of Wands there and the Justice card. Okay. All right, so the message here being dedicate yourself to the path that is going to bring you the most balance and fulfillment. All right, let's find out what alchemy card can add to this. Pile one. Oop. All right, so this is the card that fell on the ground, Cancer. There's the 6-9 symbol, as we have 69 here. The nurture, comfort, and protection, the Mother Earth, connecting to your roots. Or, this could be something that it might be a family business or a family legacy that you're carrying on. House 9, spiritual growth, here with the Hierophant representing spirituality, and the 9th house being Sagittarius. This is long distance travel, journey, part of this process. I mean, you might have to leave your home for a while or leave your comfort zone in order to gain this knowledge and master your truth. You could find a new home. Like I said, some of you might be moving from one extreme climate to the other. And the next card I had is Pluto, transform. So there's something that your path is changing right now. And underneath the deck, we have House 10, which is your work, Capricorn. Cancer and Capricorn are opposites, extremes. Home, work, work, home. So something is about to change the dynamic of both of those environments. And with Jupiter ruling the 9th house of Sagittarius and spiritual growth, we do have Jupiter is slightly loosely conjunct this full moon. And with Mercury stationing direct, it is a great time to pursue new spiritual growth, new educational directions. If you are thinking about enrolling in higher education, you might even just be beginning a new semester in January. And under, let's see, the Mystical Wisdom deck, we have moving forward, get ready for positive change. And here we had Pluto with transform. And she even looks like an ice queen. Look at the polar bear and the northern lights. Awesome. So in the snowflakes there, this is the cold moon. This is the time. The time for change is now. This new direction is coming. All right. Let's see if we can get a magic card for you. The month of May might be significant as well, since this full moon is conjunct the Pleiades most closely. The star, fixed star Maya, one of the 7 sisters. She's the oldest and most beautiful sister. And Maya is May, the 5th month, also ruled by Taurus, where the Pleiades resides. Mystic star, harmony in the home and great friendships. Okay. So we had Cancer in the home and family come up here too. Whatever it is, it feels like there's a safety net, there's support, security, stability. Next card is on target. Follow your ideal life path. We had the symbolism of the path show up already several times. And one more, power symbol, cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. I mentioned some of you having to do with Mars, Aries, the physical body, your roots. So maybe your physical health is where you need to begin. If you don't know where to begin, focus on establishing that foundation for you to build upon. And underneath is healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. So whatever this path is on, it's only going to increase your healing as you move upon it. All right, let's get some messages from your angels, some angel cards for pile 1. All right, well, education, that's the first thing I see. We mentioned the 9th house, Jupiter, and the Hierophant already. You'll be doing some studying, release. Yeah, like this angel seeing her kids off to school. She's letting them, some of you might be leaving home for the first time. That might be where the mother is coming in. And risk, yeah, take a risk. No risk, no reward, right? So you are taking a great leap of faith by putting yourself out there, moving forward, and truth, yeah, finding your truth, speaking it, even if it might hurt others, it's what's meant for you. Okay. And I'm also going to roll some dice here, see if I can get any specific numbers for you. Okay, I'm seeing the 6. This could be the 6th house. We spoke of health as well for Virgo. Number 3, the 3 of Wands being reiterated there. Also 12, this is December, the 12th month. 7 and 1, so January coming up as well. And 10, so those numbers may be significant to you this month or until the new moon. All right, well, take care, pile number 1. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Obsidian. So let's begin with your goddess guidance card here. We have Ishel, medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. Your ancestor card is mountains, stand your ground. And we have realization, number 3. Okay. So I got the image of a lightning rod. Staying grounded, grounding the electricity that's coming from above. Like, you are a channel. You are meant to, and a master manifester, but you are meant to bring messages, energy from the heavens, from the higher planes of existence down to this 3D realm. You're like a key, a portal, a gateway, something that is meant to bring this healing energy to others, or healing information. Specifically speaking about this full moon, it could just be a time where you get an epiphany, like the Tower card being struck by lightning, getting a great idea that's going to provide stability for you and generations to come. It's like going to unlock new doors for you. Knowledge is power. Whatever information or downloads you receive during this full moon is going to enable you to empower yourself to move forward in a secure and confident direction. Some of you may have been engaging in some kind of behavior that's not promoting your highest good, and this realization, this truth that's coming down, it's like this could be what was keeping you stuck. But now, I mean, knowing is the first part of the battle, that there's a problem, that something needs to change, and lightning transforms as well. But with Ishel there, the medicine woman, the divine healing powers could be what you're receiving. And even if you're not a channel for other people, you just being in a receptive mode to surrender to this higher power, this healing energy that is available to you at this time. It's going to help you remove this block. It feels almost like a clog, emotional or physical, but whatever it is, it's been kind of jamming up the signal maybe from you receiving this information or these blessings. But once that clog is removed, once you're aware of it and you're able to release it, then that's when the energy and the flow begins again. If you don't release anything, you're not making room for anything new to come in. So I was compelled to read a little bit more about Ishel. It's been revered since ancient times as the Mayan moon goddess, with whom her husband, the sun god, gave birth to all the other Mayan gods. As the embodiment of the moon, Ishel is intimately connected to the tides of the water. She's believed to control rainflow and all aspects of water. In fact, she's called Lady Rainbow, as her essence is infused with water droplet prisms and create rainbows. As a mother goddess, Ishel helps with fertility and childbirth. She's also a powerful healer who remembers the origin of human life upon the planet. She can connect you to foundational roots as a spiritual healer. Okay, so the cleansing of the rain, or purification through water. The storm is a purifier where things, you may have been stubborn or standing your ground and something had to come and kind of knock down these mountains. And it looks like, again, through the darkness, there's light coming through this keyhole. There's a calm after the storm. There's clarity, there's peace, there's acceptance, there's renewal on the other side of this full moon. So how about an alchemy card to describe this transformation for pile 2? All right, so we have Magnum Opus that showed up, the great work, 61. 61 is the 18th prime number, and 18 pulls the moon card, so we have another connection there. And this other card, Iron, that fell out on the ground, number 22, the Master Builder. More lightning symbolism. So again, capturing lightning in a bottle is what I hear, like a great idea. Could be the foundation of this great work. The great work is that of self-transformation. So the title of this card is The Attention, Devotion, and Vocation. The Magnum Opus shimmers in the distance, promising purpose, achievement, and understanding. When will we get there? When will our efforts be recognized? Amidst pressure and expectation, we come to realize each alchemist's life is an accumulation of moments in which attention is placed upon the subject within the laboratory. The artist draws a single line. The poet scribes a single word, the rose forms a single leaf. The magnum opus card reminds us that the alchemical garden grows from seeds, tended to by devoted hands and the grace of sun, water, and earth. You cannot force the great work, you cannot claim it or complete it. This card arrives to whisper words of encouragement. You are in the right place, the most important place for you. This is the alchemical garden. Tend to the youngest growth, be delicate and precise. The mantra is one day at a time. If one claims to be working on their magnum opus, it's likely they are not. The alchemist knows that the great work occurs without realizing it, as it's a collaboration with the divine. Well, maybe that's the realization that comes to you, that, again, everything that you've gone through, every mountain you've had to climb up until this point, that's the realization, the epiphany, that this is part of the work. This is part of the journey. I've been building all along, just when I thought I wasn't in going in the right direction, or I'm not on the right path. You are. Take note if this card appears alongside gold, sun, or conjunction card. If so, a psychic shift has occurred. That's big and beautiful. A celebration is a must. Well, let's see if we get any of those cards. We have gold, sun, or conjunction. Well, we have the astrology cards here. And this, oh, wow, okay. It shuffled and the sun popped out. So there is a great accomplishment that has been achieved here. The sun has come out tomorrow. It's come out through the clouds. You've come through the mountain. You've achieved the top, and now you've come on the way back down. There's a celebration here. Anything else for pile 2? Okay, let's see what flipped out. House 1. Okay, ones are new beginnings. Aries, fire, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. There's a rebirth here. There's the candle flame and the bird climbing out of the egg. All right, the sun, the soul, S-O-L, the solar plexus. Underneath we have mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. The Gemini, we have this full moon right on the cusp of Gemini in sidereal astrology. So change as we move into, well, Jupiter's retrograding through Taurus right now, but I think when Jupiter revisits Gemini in the first half of 2025, great things are going to expand for you rapidly. Because of this epiphany that you're having now, because of this change, this surrender I mentioned to higher source, to higher power, letting the change flow through you instead of being stubborn and saying, I'm going to stay the way things always were. What, the better the devil you know than the one you don't? In this case, no. Ignorance is not bliss. Realization, expansion is what's going to lead to this great work, this great shift. All right, there's an airplane going on overhead right now. They don't often cross over this area. It's pretty remote, so there's definitely an ascension going on, a leveling up. A psychic shift has occurred, like the alchemy card has said. So let's see what's next on your journey here. That's what that lightning is. It's the psychic awareness, a psychic shift. It's almost like being jolted back awake. You might be jolted awake in your sleep. You might have a very vivid dream around this full moon. I know I can't sleep well during full moons. Let's see. What's next for pile 2? A light in the dark. It's the imagery we saw there at the realization, the epiphany. So if you feel like you're at a place where all hope is lost, you're not stuck. You may need some time alone. You may need to purify or retreat to a sacred space. There's more imagery of mountains there, perhaps traveling, introspection. This could be following a period of introspection or retreat that you're getting this epiphany. And then we have highest self underneath. Okay, so a definite psychic shift and evolution has taken place, a raising of the frequency. Again, you're opening yourself up to these channels of the divine in order to become closer and more connected to them. You're vibrating more closely to that of an enlightened being, of a lighter being, one who's not so weighed down and stubborn. But you wouldn't have known. You had to know what that felt like first in order to be, once you're free of it, to know that you're free of it. Okay, wisdom card. Oh, flipped out. Let's see. Good fortune. Okay, well, that's great. That's what's next. Invite magic in. Invite this electricity in. Metaphorically, of course. But good fortune is on the horizon, and underneath we have letting go. Learn to let go. Yeah, let go of the mountain. What have you clung to for too long? What have you been stubborn about that's kept you down in those more solid 3D vibrations? Let's get a couple tarot cards. What messages for pile 2 in their journey, please? All right, so this card fell on the ground. Is conditioning, the 15, the devil. So resisting temptation, learning self-control, mastering the physical, the body is going to help you elevate from it. And then we have the Emperor, number 4, the rebel, ruled by Aries. Again, house 1 is Aries. Spring could be an important season for you. We are coming up on the winter solstice, but these next 4 months could be very pivotal for you as far as the information you're receiving right now during the full moon. Maybe causing you to go within and learn how to release, learn how to break free from these chains of whether it's addiction or self-deprecating thoughts, any negative thought patterns, things that have been holding you back. But becoming the Emperor means you're the master. You're the king of all kings. You've mastered all the realms. And this is self-mastery here too with the lion. He's protecting the sheep. He's not devouring them. So you're at a crossroads right now with this 2 of Swords, the schizophrenia. It's you know, let go, learn to let go, fall, have faith. You think I have to do one thing or the other. No, it's option C. It's letting go. All right, underneath the deck we have receptivity. Yeah. You can't receive if your hands are full. I have to edit that, unfortunately, but it's the Queen of Cups. And we mentioned Ishel, the medicine woman. Why I was guided to read about that is because she's associated with the rain and water and healing. Look how their arms are both up. It's like throwing your arms up, you know, giving up. I concede. I give up. I can't do this anymore, something. But that's when you open yourself up to receive. This beautiful lotus is grown through all these pains, grown through the mud and the stone and the rock to elevate and become this beautiful lotus flower. So there's a great reward at the end of it. And it's said even in the great work, you know, there's a reason for celebration because this mental shift has occurred now that you've let go again of that negative lower thought pattern or self-limiting beliefs. And now you're freeing yourself in order to be able to receive the path to higher wisdom. All right, and the archetype card for you is the Sword, number 52. So the Queen of Swords. More lightning is showing up for y'all. And the bridge is underneath, number 38, connections. I think it has to do with cord cutting. Getting away from maybe old people that used to keep you entrapped in certain patterns or belief structures. And creating new connections. Oh, isn't Ishel also the goddess of rainbows? Huh. So you need rain and sun, fire and water in order to make a rainbow. Okay, so Ishel's the goddess associated with tides in the water, rain flow, and all aspects of water. And here we have a bridge over troubled water. There is a path. There is support. There is positive connections that are going to help you cross that abyss. It might seem like, and here's another abyss, right? Like it's an impossible chasm to jump from one to the other, but it takes a leap of faith. It takes the certainty and the cleanness and the cut of a sword to define yourself, your boundaries. All right, some magic cards for you. Magic cards for pile 2. Remember, we have good fortune is coming. And then we have Labyrinth, transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration, enlightenment. What have we been talking about this whole time? It's your highest self incoming, your connection to source. And underneath the deck, we have Felix Felicitas, power symbol to create lucky serendipitous events. Well, that has to do with your good fortune too. You might feel very lucky as far as like being saved from plummeting to your death or saved by like some kind of ideal or leader or group of friends, somebody who's reaching out this hand, You know, I'm so lucky I found you. I'm so lucky I found this group of people that understands me. And how about some messages from your angels? Okay, let's see what we got here. Truth. The truth sucks, but it sets you free. Strength. Yes, you have the strength to make the leap. And the strength and conditioning I mentioned earlier. Leo could be strong in your chart, or you could encourage Leo, the heart of a lion. Takes a lot of courage to take that leap, or you could be dealing with a Leo who gives you that strength or shows you your own strength. And creativity, also Leo trait. Art therapy could be important, or self-expression. There's definitely no more hiding here. It feels like the mountain here, living under a rock. No light was getting in. Okay. I did this for the other pile. I'm going to roll some dice and we'll get some numbers for you for the rest of the month. Okay. They may have personal significance to you, or they could be speaking of a date. I turned this by accident, but it was on 4. And then we also have another 4, so 44 could be important, or the 4th house in astrology. Could have strong transits there. Home and family, number 1. That's the first house came up earlier, as well as Aries, and January, the first month coming up. 7 is the house of partnerships, or the 7th month. We have 9, 7, 9, 5, and 10. Okay. So those dates could be important to you, or those houses in your natal chart could be activated at this time. The 9th house being the higher self. All right. I hope you enjoyed this reading, pile 2. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. You chose this serpentine. And we're going to begin with your goddess guidance card. We have Bast, independent. Your independence is a foundation of your strength and success. Very strong Leo vibes here. Could also be just financial success, freedom, animal guardian, trust your instincts, and faith. Faith and trust. The worm moon, this is a full moon in the spring, number 31. 31st of the month could be important for you. That's New Year's Eve this time around, but also could be speaking of the springtime, giving birth to this independent wealth. Vast resources is what I'm giving here. Opening your arms to receive abundance, and you're generous with it as well. Because you had faith, you listened to your inner voice. You didn't listen to anybody else, the naysayers, the doubters. You went with your gut, and it's paying off big time. So this full moon is a time of harvest. It's a time of giving birth. Some of you may have pet cats, or a strong connection to felines. You may have a feline familiar or protector. About Bast is the Egyptian goddess transforms into a cat each night and protects her family and those who call upon her with her all-seeing night vision. She exhibits the cat-like traits of the feminine, which include gracefulness, independence, playfulness, and intuition. Bast also works with cat lovers to help their feline companions. The daughter of the sun god Ra, Bast has the rare distinction of being both a moon and a sun goddess. And here we have a full moon where the sun is opposing it, casting light on it. And it feels like you're this figure in the middle, balanced, surrounded, protected by these angel wings. Holding the deer is actually where this full moon is taking place in the Mrigashira Nakshatra in Vedic astrology, whose symbol is the head of a deer. Grace, peace, balance. Her arms being held out evenly there. But your wealth is protected. Your family is protected. Let's see what other messages we can get for you. It seems like an all-around prosperous and peaceful time for you, pile 3. serpentine also gets its name from the snake, obviously. It has to do with calmness too, and change. Remaining calm through the change. Let's see, we have growing. Yeah, something is growing within you and outside of you, I would say. Things are starting to bloom. Seasons. All right, we're coming up on the winter solstice on the 22nd of December. Time, a season for growing, a season for harvesting. We're almost at the harvest. You'll know, though, when it's the right time. And play. Okay, yeah. So cats love to play, right? They're playful, they're carefree, they're funny, you know. So make sure that you are, again, giving yourself time to play, relax. That's how the energy and abundance is going to keep flowing to you. Some astrology messages for pile 3. All right, sextile, combination of ease and flow, potential and a rewarding situation. So we have a clear message that doors are opening to abundance as your wealth continues to grow. Okay, and then Aquarius just fell on the ground. We have originality, philanthropy, and progressive imaginings. Uniqueness, creativity is the 5th house of Leo. Playfulness, childlike innocence, and creativity. Some of you could actually be in a play, or you could be a budding actor or actress. But follow your instincts regarding that. If there is a project or creative pursuit that you are thinking about, now is the time to put it to paper, to put it to film. Whatever it is, you are going to be blessed by it, by your unique creativity. That's what makes you independent. Like, there's many imitators, but no duplicators. Here we have Venus, too. Give and receive love, find value, and see beauty. So there's... people are just admiring your beauty, your grace. Your feminine energy is really highlighted at this time, regardless of your gender. But as we have both energies within us, we have conjunction, a union, merging, a coming together. So the merging maybe even of those energies of masculine and feminine is what allows you to seamlessly switch between them. It's like the, again, the positive and negative diodes of a battery, being able to switch between those, which is what creates the connection, the current, the electricity. Aquarius, the airwaves too. It's an air sign. Transmission. People are seeing and admiring you, your physical beauty, or your artwork, your music. Whatever it is, they've never seen it before. Okay. And your alchemy card that I shuffled is Uranus. So that's the ruler of Aquarius, the higher octave of Mercury, which goes direct this full moon. It could be an epiphany, an idea that hits you like lightning, that it's like, this is it, this is my $1 million idea, and you're just going to run with it. Again, it's unique, it's out there, don't question it, just go with it. And underneath we have Pluto, transformation. So we actually have Venus in a loose conjunction with Pluto during this full moon. So maybe there is something you're doing. You might be going through a makeover or a body transformation, modification, something, but whatever it is, it's a good choice. You're coming out the other side looking and feeling fabulous. Your confidence is through the roof, and that might be the springboard you need to pursue this idea, whatever it is that you are thinking about doing, or, you know, maybe hosting a podcast, I don't know, writing a musical piece. There is great inspiration here, because you have the ability to think outside the box and do something unique. And it shouldn't take much effort at all. It'll just come to you. And we have be open. Yeah. Open to receive those ideas. Free your mind. Open your mind. And there's the curtain again. I mentioned a curtain or a play you could be involved in, and transformation flipped over again. We had Pluto under the deck, which is the god of death and rebirth, transformation, and awaken. Again, a lot of eyes are going to be on you. People are going to start noticing you. You may just have beautiful eyes. You're awakening to your talents. Again, she just looks like a stage performer. I can't get that out of my mind. like Cleopatra almost. I mean, I know it's vast, but let's see if we get an archetype card for you. Pluto's also power and wealth. Okay, and now we have the Lover, more Venus energy. Have a lot of followers, people that love you, admire you. I think some of you are going to be dressed up for a New Year's Eve party. And that might be, you might run into somebody special. The Lover and the Mother. We had the Faith card here that shows a mother too. Again, this nest egg, this giving birth to either wealth or creative idea or project. You are the mother of this project. And then we have Eros. Okay, so what's going on in your love life? Something is changing in your... Venus is so strong in this reading. So the obvious translation here too, it could be, you know, somebody may want to make you the mother of their child, or, you know, vice versa, whatever, but take it as it resonates. But there is a high probability of fertility here too. So if that's not your intent, be careful. Okay, and this is crazy. So, right, this is 17 and 1, and this is 71. So 17 and 71 are strong numbers. 17 is the 7th prime. 71 is the 20th prime, so 720. That's actually the beginning of Leo season, if you go by tropical timing. But if you've been seeing those numbers repeating, pay attention who you are around, who you're with. That could be your moment of inspiration, or the time that you meet somebody significant, partner or collaborative entity, or just being like struck by Cupid's arrow. This it's got that feeling of lightning too. Lightning strikes the tower, you know, it gives you that shock of inspiration. All right, some of you could be starting an OnlyFans too, right? Eros, eroticism, sensuality, love as desire is the title of the Eros card. Though Eros could be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the roof of desire itself. What do we long for? What are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, art, music, plants, food, or anything that we perceive as we are separate from. Those are all very strong Venusian qualities that I've been picking up here, and this full moon is in the final degree, the most extreme 29th degree of Taurus, whose ruler is Venus. So this is just a full expression of Venus and Taurus. You may have placements there, or this full moon could be conjunct placements there you have in your natal chart. You're being thrust into the spotlight. Eros allows us to momentarily unite, and we had what conjunction show up, right? A merging, a union, a coming together. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so we further understand our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart, and remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. Passion, playfulness, sexual health. All right, so we had playfulness show up too, like a kitten energy, right? Then we have the these animal instincts. They could be, this is like, feels like a fated love if you're not already in, you know, and these senses are awakening, right? You awaken this in somebody else, or like a kundalini is awakened in you or your partner. The Hindu goddess Lalita, she who plays, can help activate Eros energy. She is also known as Kameshvari, Empress of Desire. That's what Bast looks like there in that independence card. So maybe somebody revered you for your independence, your strength, your beauty. Plato reminds us that Eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften. So yeah, I mentioned some of you might have gone through some kind of transformation or a makeover, but there's something that has changed about you that others have started to notice. It could even just be an energetic shift within you that people pick up on. Okay, so magic card. Okay, y'all. So I was shuffling and this fell on the floor. The festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. Didn't I mention some of you be going to a New Year's Eve party all dressed up, celebrating? It could be that. You may be kissing somebody at midnight. Could also be an office party, you know, a holiday party of sorts. Underneath we have air. Work with the element of air to cut through the core of a situation and see the truth. That's the Aquarius too. an air sign. All right. Air is also communication, your breath. Now that Mercury's direct here on the 15th, yeah, communication will be a lot easier. And it might be more truthful. It'll be less deceitful. All right, so let's go. You know what? I'm going to get a Journey of Love card. None of the other piles got a Journey of Love card. I didn't even do tarot cards for your pile, but that's okay. We're going to roll with this message. Okay, so yeah, if you get invited to a party, please accept. We have falling. All right, somebody's falling for you, falling in love. Everything's falling into place. Number 14 could be significant as well. And the spaces between the words. Okay, so silence speaks volumes too. I think you can have a whole conversation with somebody. It looks like an eye there, right? And we may have the eyes show up earlier. You can speak without opening your lips. All right, some angel messages for us. We have beauty. Okay, you're looking good this month. We've established that. Venus. Humor. Somebody thinks you have a great sense of humor or vice versa. Release. Yeah, release all doubt. Let go of expectations. Just leave yourself open. Her arms are open here and in this card as well. You know, be open. And I think that came up too. Yeah, the curtain, didn't it? Yeah. To receiving this person and trust. Yeah, this is somebody you can trust. Trust that this whole transformation and this meeting is for a purpose, for a truth, a reason. All right, I'm going to finish up with these dice that I did for everybody. We're just going to look at some numbers that might be significant for you. 4 came up again, so 44 could be an age, could be just a number that you see. 11 and 1, so 111 could be showing up also, or it could be a birth date or month. January, November, the number 3, 20, and 8. I'm seeing 8 and 2, 82, 28. All right. Well, I thank you so much for joining me in this reading, pile 3. I hope it resonated for you. If so, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.